mess up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your Rap a Lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk banana line. My state of mind.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Play action now, Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8.
Guys, it's our time. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Cut. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Shift.
Mills to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Hey, watch this.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Mills on the sneak.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Watch the screen. Watch twist. Check your hot read.
Panther 60.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Here we go, D.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Check curls. Mike 34. Scoop. I got you.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills?
Oh, pass.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 13, Mike 13. He's coming. Check him. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Mike's 13, Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Check.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, look at the juke. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
In your face.
34's the Cup 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for this sack. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long.
Mike's 13, Mike's 13.
They'll set up to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Colin Johnson there to make the grab. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
On the jet sweep, there goes Collins. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in midseason form here in the opener. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mike 20, Mike 20. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Wide, get wide.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
I got 19. I got 19.
Check smash. Check smash.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, Mike, 20.
Big Lion.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
You see me?
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, here we go.
Let's go, hey.
Looking to throw.
Hey, watch the slant.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
He's coming. Check him.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what
put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Guys, out time. Let's get off. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Mike 20, Mike 20.
Chap 60, Chap 60. Street.
Watch the screen. He's checking.
Echo.
Looking to throw is Mills. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go, defense.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Here we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here we go, D.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
20, Mike 20.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 60, at the 60.
Watch tight end.
40.
Street.
Check.
Here we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
Dragon 60.
Mike 20. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Good. Watch the twist.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Here we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Hey, Mike.
3rd and long for Mills. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
1st down, Texans.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Colin Johnson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 4.
17, Texans, 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake, Mills. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
For the offense, let's go.
Here we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Mike 20.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
I got you.
3rd and short yardage, Mills. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
He's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check him. Oh, here we go. Oh, switch.
Hey, smash Bronco.
They'll look to throw again. keeps himself upright. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They run once more with Taylor.
Fighting his way through contact. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 4, check 4. Hatchet, hatchet.
Viking 18. Reload.
On the handoff, Taylor. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Right. He's done.
Riggs.
3 down.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm coming.
79 Bronco.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm coming.
Check Bobcat. Hot, go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Cup 19.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
First down, Houston.
Just like that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here we go. Watch 7.
Warrior 70.
Watch 7.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Taking down the 41. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
He's coming. Check him. Here it comes.
They'll look to throw here.
Keep it up, guys.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Texans.
Check back 34.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the third. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight end left. Dragon 60. 34's the mic. 34's the mic.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Mike's 13. Mike's 13. He's coming. He's coming. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Evans. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Colts 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Taylor. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 20. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's get that ball. On the ball, on the
1st down, Mills.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10.
Here I come. Check smash, check smash. Hustle, hustle, hustle. The twist.
Now Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey. Hey, Mike 20, Buffalo 18. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mills on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Bronco 80.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Play action now. Mills. He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
2nd and 5.
Check 43.
They run with Taylor. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
On play action, Mills.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Lucky.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down.
Mike 20, Mike 20.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike
19 Lion. Herc. Right there, Herc. Say go.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Mike 13, Mike 13. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
19 tight.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming.
They'll look to throw. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here we go, 70 Lion.
Here we go. Check 9.
Single. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming. Check him.
Bound to lose 1.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Complete to number 31. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Houston.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
He don't know no better. Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
60 Bobcat.
2nd and 3. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to go up top again.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Woo-hoo!
Shift! Watch the shift!
60 Bison! 60 Bison!
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Street! Mike 20! Get your swerve on!
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Go, go, go.
18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal!
6 guy! Kill, kill, kill!
Taylor, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike's 13, Mike's 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check him.
We want it! Come to my world!
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Push him.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Check. Mike's 13.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Tackles.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoop.
You 79 Bronco.
Hey, check right.
Panther Street.
Bring it. Check hot route. Hot.
70 Ranger.
They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Street.
I'm going to run you over.
18's right here.
Slam.
They'll look to throw again. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got into the turf.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Texans send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Taken in at the 11. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
There we go.
Riggs. I'm on. Hey, Mike 20. Get ready. Trap 60.
Mike 20. Go.
To throw, Mills. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, smash. Mike 20. Hey, tank.
Mike 20.
18 Rattler. All day. I'm coming after you.
There we go. Mike 20.
Mills now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this out past the 25. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Pass complete to Taylor, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's third down and inches. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Connecting with Hill, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Mike 20, Mike.
Dragon 60. Hustle, hustle. There we go, Mike. Check smash. Check smash.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Play fake, Mills.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Check 52.
They'll run with Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 123 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.